Hey guys and gals, Von Baden back with an update on the Erebus crown. The original crown, and I'll try to put a picture somewhere in here, maybe over my face or something, of the original crown that I made. I liked it, it just seemed like it was missing something. So, thinking about the character of Erebus and the throne of Erebus and all of the stuff that goes with that, he's a warrior. He's, more of the battle and all of that fun stuff. So to go with that character, I needed something that was warrior and also kind of king-like. So I was hoping that this would fit in there, but apparently it is not. So this is what I actually have. Try to get this to where and we'll go over kind of the inspiration and all that stuff here in just a minute. But this is the thing. I wanted, like I said, the warrior aspect. So I took inspiration from kind of like a Spartan helmet, and I'll bring it up close in a minute so we can see some of those details in it. And I wanted some kind of king element. So I had seen these horns on a creature from Thor. I know I'll probably mispronounce it. Ragnarok or something like that. And the creature has a mask, which I've showed on other videos of the creature I was wanting to make and all of that. But I decided I didn't want to keep the skull. I wanted just the horns because I thought that actually added more of a crown-like element to it, and to give it more texture. Let's see if I can get it to where it'll stay no blurry. You want crisp, clean, and no caffeine. Alright, apparently it's not going to let me get too close with it. But what I did was to give it this beat up, hammered look. I did a round stone bit on my Dremel and kind of hammered it in here and there just to kind of give it more of a beaten in there look. Then I took and kind of gave it some wear and tear into it. And that's what the problem is. I keep hitting that. 1 second here. So I wanted to get the warrior look in it. And some wear and tear into it. And I wanted to look like it's been through some war. So there is some blood droplets, if you want to call them that, on there. I think it's very king looking like. So After I did the Dremel stone bit on there and kind of give it those dings and dents on it, I used a sanding drum to kind of give these little notches and kind of chips and worn out spots in the helmet. I used the round stone sanding Dremel bit in the horns to give some of the dents. I also used it on some of the notches that are in there. Let me put my glasses back on so I can see on this little screen here. Yeah, you can see it. Some of those as well. Then I went through and painted, of course, the entire helmet was painted white, except for the horns. Those are an antique gold, which was very fitting for this. Some of the scratches and stuff kind of put a little fine brown in there. And after that was all said and done, I went back and did a 50-50 of our acrylic black paint here. The Apple Barrels T1148E black. And did 50, half and half. Half black paint, half water to wash it down. I put it on there, and at first I wiped it off and it didn't give the look that I was hoping for, and I don't know if I'll be able to show it on here on camera, but when I just kind of dabbed it on with, all I did was basically took the paintbrush, and this is the paintbrush that I used. I don't know why it's not focusing on it. It's focusing on me, apparently. But anyways, soaked this up, and I basically just kind of did droplets into it. And because of the pit marks in this, when you let it sit in there and kind of dry up, it will still give you that kind of dirty, tarnished look very nicely. I did that also with all of the notches and divots that are in the skull bones, or the horns, not skull. Sorry about that. I tried to come up with some ways to eliminate this air filter look on the sides. I like it. If I could have come up with something a little bit better, I would have. But I went through, and this is all wood burned, by the way, using this little handy dandy bit, which I use quite a bit on the wood burning, well, the burning, this isn't wood, the burning of the EVA foam, and that took forever. Then I went through and did this way too. Well, the problem is when you do that, you end up with a very air filter-ish look. So then I went through, and hopefully it's a little guy. I went through and I burned holes systematically. Well, not really systematically, because I just did it random. But I went through and I did holes in it to add a little bit more to break up that straight lines, which it did to a degree. Not 100% the way I wanted it, but I was kind of committed at that point and couldn't really come up with anything else to give the hair look without it being real hair. The looking for materials to do the mane, I couldn't really find hair that would work for it, so I ended up 86ing trying to go for just the hair and ended up doing the EVA foam hair. So overall, I do like this one better than my original crown, and I like everything except for the top of this. I'm not totally thrilled about, and I was hoping that the blood would look more like blood, but from the distance that this will be seen from, I'm gonna say that probably there won't be much people that will be able to say, hey, is that blood on the horns? But that's neither here nor there. So like I said, a couple different inspirations here. Spartan helmet. Then this is from Thor. And then the band wasn't originally part of either or, but I thought it was kind of fitting when you're talking about king and crown that there be some kind of thing there. So I went ahead and did that, and the nice thing with that is it also helps hide some of the seams from the EVA foam on the inside. Well, not from on the inside. It hides the seams nonetheless, that I didn't have to worry as much about. And as far as the other seams, you can't really see any of them, which is nice. So hopefully this is giving you some thoughts on direction that you might want to go, combining a couple different references and whatnot. When this was all said and done, painted and everything, I went back through and I had a acrylic spray that you can cover it. I'm not sure this. I'll find a link. I'll leave it in the description down below. But nonetheless, it seals your paint job in, gives you this nice shiny look, and takes care of that for you. This was a lifesaver through the entire process. And I honestly can say that this was something that I wish I would have bought earlier in the whole process. And I will leave a link for this as well. It's to help you shape and whatnot. You clamp it down on your table. You loosen. It's got a bracket right there, so you can position this, and when you find where you want it, you tighten it up, and it'll hold it in that position to where you can work on it. The nice thing with this headpiece is you can do a lot of the heat forming and get those curvatures that you're looking for. So a very good sound investment. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video and I've rambled on long enough, or too long, however you want to look at it, and you're like, hey, that's pretty cool. I like to see what he's coming up with next. Stay tuned. There was a project that I had talked about doing before and was missing some of the parts, but I've got some of it, so I don't want to go too far into that either. But rambling again, so we're gonna cut this video. First time to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you got any comments, questions, concerns, leave those down in the comment section, and I will see you all on the next very next video. Thanks. Bye.